last round.
And by the look of them, they're not playing well. I told you he'd be different. I expected him to start crying as he did on a fight with Lewis at Wembley before. This is a new one. There's been some verbal battles. Well, you won't see any gloves on with the rival promoters here, but it's time it all stopped now. And there he is, steaming him up as he always does, Don King. He tried that with Frank Bruno and it failed. But although he fought well below his best there, Bruno fought the fight of his life and deserved to win it on the night. Clearly. Greg Page, former champion, is working there in McCall's corner. He's really some unpredictable character, this one.
Hilton, where tonight, main events, in association with your undisputed, undefeated king of beers, Budweiser. This Bud's for you. Present 12 rounds of boxing for the vacant WBC Heavyweight Championship of the World. This bout is sanctioned by the Nevada State Athletic Commission. Chairman Dr. Elias Ghanem. Commissioners Nat Carasali, Lorenzo Fertitta, Luther Mack, and Dr. James Nave. Executive Director Mark Ratner. Physicians at ringside, lead physician Dr. Flip Romansky. Attending physicians Dr. James Wishgame, Dr. Al Capana, and Dr. Robert Voy. The timekeepers at the bell and counting for the knockdown seconds will be Jane Broadfoot and Mike Lachella. This contest also, of course, is sanctioned by the World Boxing Council. President at ringside tonight, Jose Suleiman. WBC Supervisor, Edward Thangaraja. The three judges scoring the contest on the 10-point must system will be Anik Hungtungkam, Larry O'Connell, and Dalby Shirley. And when the bell rings, the man in charge of the action, your referee, Mills Lane. And now for the thousands in attendance and the millions watching around the world. This is the moment we've all been waiting for. From the Las Vegas Hilton, ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready to rumble! In the blue corner, wearing black, weighing 237 pounds. He brings a professional record of 28 victories, 20 by knockout, against 6 losses. This evening he plans a return to glory by proving his victory over 2.5 years ago against the man he now faces was not a fluke. Ladies and gentlemen, from the Windy City, Chicago, Illinois, introducing the WBC #2 ranked heavyweight contender, the former WBC World Heavyweight Champion, the Atomic Bull, Oliver McCall.
A little bit of show off there, but he's really confident. He's up for this one, isn't he?
And across the ring in the red corner, wearing white trim with a Union Jack, weighing 251 pounds. He's a 1988 Olympic gold medal winner, who now, as a professional, has a record of 29 victories, 24 by knockout.
Getting
with
a lot of encouragement from the crowd here.
And tonight, he has the chance to regain this title by avenging that lone loss on his record. From East London, England, presenting the #1 ranked WBC heavyweight contender, former WBC heavyweight champion of the world, Lennox Lewis.
Well, that's the biggest hand he's had in fights in America, beyond doubt. Obviously, the troubles that McCall has had, certainly brushes with the law, has a lot to do with this, but I have to emphasize, when he's finished giving orders here, must interrupt, this fella's a judge in Reno, this referee.
I'm not going to call it low, all right? We've already gone through the instructions. This is for the titles. I expect a tough, clean fight. Protect yourself at all times. Any questions from Mr. Lewis's corner? Mr. McCall's corner. Let's get it on.
That's it. Let's get it on. As I must emphasize that the state commissioner in Nevada, Mark Ratner, was telling me that McCall was completely clear of any drugs when they examined him thoroughly a couple of days ago. And of course, it's automatic that both fighters get the drug test afterwards. So now these new religious convictions of McCall now, when that bell goes, well, he's on his own. And this fella so wants to get revenge here that could almost taste it. So it didn't seem it was ever going to happen, this fight. They thought maybe McCall would walk out of it at one stage. And he was throwing Christmas trees or something in a hotel, rehearsing for tossing the caber. He's going to throw that first right hand as soon as he can now, McCall. It just brushed past Lewis's chin. Massive size, stone in it, with Lewis at 17 stone 13.
Well, Lewis must think about his defence, but he mustn't think defensively. He just has to do everything from a sound defence. He's started the first round with a fairly wide stance, so I think he intends using his feet to get him out of trouble in the early stages here, which is good news. He doesn't want to lean back from McCall. That says here he's stepping back, he's using that wide stance, and they're just stepping back from McCall.
Oh, now he's tried his right arm now, Lewis, so that's one each. A better punch from Lewis.
And that's good because Lewis does want a positive start, make full use of that jab. Frank Bruno confused McCall with the jab. Larry Holmes, an aging Larry Holmes, confused him with it. So Lewis wants to do the same thing, certainly in the first couple of rounds.
He's not jabbing terribly hard with that left-hand lead there, Lewis, but it's just range finding with it, really, trying to load up his punches before he pulls the trigger, which certainly would be a right hand. Although he's a good left hooker when he can time that well.
Well, I think there's plenty of time to think about the left hook. I would just like to see him with the straight shots, keep McCall at bay. This is a good positive first round from Lewis. This is as good a first round as we could expect to see so far.
We've been looking for improvement. I'm convinced that Emmanuel Stewart has done a good job, actually. The first one he's got to his mind and changed his style a little bit now, a bit more professional. All those sort of fluffy edges that he had as an amateur.
So Lewis is keeping him out of range. This is an excellent start. Just wants to keep that concentration. Just keep pumping the jab. A jab confuses Oliver McCall.
Well, you can hear manager Frank Maloney there saying, focus, big man. Well, I think he is. I don't think you have to worry about that. You can't afford to relax a second. No fighter can, but particularly when you know that you've been knocked over by your opponent.
Well, I'm pleased to see how positive Lewis's attitude is in the first round. I was worried he'd maybe go to sleep, maybe be thinking too defensively, but this is an excellent start.
There's no chance McCall can outbox him. He may think he can, but there's no way he can do that, I don't think.
See, he's not even allowing McCall to launch that right hand. He's keeping him off balance, keeping him on his back foot. If you can force Oliver McCall back, then you take half of what he has out of his arsenal.
He's only prodding by his standards, Lewis, with the left-hand jab, Jim.
But he's not allowing McCall to do anything.
Keeping him at range.
And he's getting around in the bag.
Yeah, that's one in the bag. That's good news for Lennox Lewis. And Emmanuel Stewart will soon calm him down there. See, 25 months out, you know, I mean, well, you know, they just get a little bit of ring rust there with him. How much training you do in the gym, you just don't get that timing right. Over in McCall's corner, well, that's George Benton on the outside of the ropes. In my opinion, he's one of the best trainers in the game. He's a good middleweight too, who could have been a world champion, except for one or two great runs around at the time.
But stay on top of the guy. Keep him going back. Don't you
but as I said, totally unpredictable, this one. You just don't know what he's going to get up to. Even at the weigh-in, they had a lady drug counsellor following him around. So coming up for the second round then, the vacant WBC version of the Heavyweight Championship. And Jim Watt and I certainly gave Lewis the opening round.
Well, Oliver McCall, as we all know, the edge is a hothead. If Lewis can just keep frustrating him with that jab, don't let him get to work, he's going to start becoming that little bit desperate. He's going to start making mistakes. He's going to start swinging at Lewis. Then maybe Lewis can move in with the big shots. But he just wants to keep doing what he's doing, just getting this guy's nerves for a couple of rounds with that jab. The jab's working well, the timing's good. Well, he got on his bike there, Rez, but quite right to do so. Get yourself out of trouble, whatever it takes. See McCall just rushing past the jab. He can't box his way past it. He's now rushing past the jab. This is when Lewis has to be careful.
Well, that was a decent shot. He pulled away, tried to pull away from it, Jim, but that landed okay.
They both landed at the same time with the left hand, but McCall's was better. That was pure defensive work from Lewis. 2 punches to an unprotected chin. That was careless once again.
Not much infighting going on there.
Good right hand.
Oh, the atomic ball stuff again here. He's fearless, this character.
Yeah, Mills Lane will have to be strict about this, shoving the forearm in his face.
Oh, that uppercut there, that reminded McCall that Lewis was not standing for too much nonsense.
It's too early for Lewis to be taking chances.
Yeah.
He doesn't want to trade with this guy at the moment.
His head's all over the place there, McCall. He didn't know where he was, Jim. I don't mean hurt, he just didn't know where he was going. Oh, good shot. That's the way, right through the defence that one went. It's gritting his gum shield like mad there, Lewis. We're right on the rig apron, Jim Watt now here. We can not only see the punches coming, but hear each thud.
Well, Reg, McCall's punch is certainly better than Lewis's in this second round. Every serious attack that McCall has launched, he's got results from it. Lewis's defences when he's forced onto his back foot are fairly loose. McCall's punching up to this point in the second round better than Lewis's.
Oh, they just caught him high with that punch, Lewis, on the side of the head.
And he's taken McCall's jab as well. Really, Lewis's defences have scattered a little bit in this round.
You know, when he gets back to the jab, he's a bit more authority about him there, Lewis. He just pinching some points as we get the clappers at the timekeeper alongside us there for the end of the second round. Oh, that was a good shot by Lewis, Jim, right above us there.
Well, that was a close round. That was a tough round for both guys, but I just thought McCall's punching that little bit better quality there.
Okay, you got to keep your right hand up. Your right hand is getting a little sloppy, okay? Keep your right hand up.
There was a certain amount of, well, shall we say, sloppiness, if you like, there by Lewis. He got caught, but then he retaliated a few times with decent punches. It's an interesting fight, this, isn't it?
Well,
a lot of scrambling going on, but it's interesting.
I'm pleased for Lewis because he wasn't intimidated. A couple of big attacks there from McCall, but he come back with good shots of his own, then he launched more attacks after that. So at least psychologically, Lewis wasn't done an awful lot of harm in that round.
See, that was the uppercut I talked about there, Jim.
Yeah, Lewis got some good punches off himself, but I just felt that McCall's attacks and his punches were just better quality.
Get back to the jab, keep your right hand up.
I tell you what, this fellow looks in good shape, whatever happens now, Jim McCall. You know, all the problems he's had, rehab clinics and so forth, he's whipped himself into shape. It shows here, doesn't it? Third round. He's got to start banging that punch in there. Lewis keeping his man at range all the time, really. He does so much better with long arm punches, Lewis.
See, it may look a little bit negative, just pumping the jab, but this is all right. Lewis wants some rounds in the bag. I mean, I really feel this fight could go all the way. If not all the way, it'll be a long fight. So Lewis wants as many rounds in the bag early as he can get without getting too much involved with this guy. Good stuff from Lewis.
Now he's, to use a boxing term, he's a bit of a governor at the moment. Lewis is saying, OK, I've got over the nervous tension.
Just want his chin just a little bit lower, Reg. That's what I'd like to see. This is good stuff.
Now, I emphasise, this guy McCall's never been on the deck, never been stopped, never been on the deck. And he sparred endless rounds with Mike Tyson. And he's beaten him with the good punches, you see. This is where McCall becomes unpredictable. Once he started taking a bit of punishment. Just trying to laugh his way through taking those shots. Obviously trying to, he hasn't hurt me, but he has.
Well, Lewis is just annoying him again with the jab. This is all right, they're point scoring, they're not wonderful punches, but they're scoring points and they're keeping him at arm's length. Lewis has also some room to get a right hand home as well. McCall's dangerous when he lunges at Lewis, but when he's standing off, Lewis could take the odd chance with the right hand. That's it.
Oh, double those up well there, Lewis. That's the first time he's actually timed a left hook close in.
Yeah, Lewis is thinking what he's doing here. This is real good performance. Took a punch, but come back with one, Reg. That's all right.
So he's flayed his legs a bit there, McCall. Look. Oh, he's trying to do a dancing act now. I told you, there's nobody like this fella.
See, he's got the room to get that right hand home. McCall standing off. And standing off, he has no chance of winning this fight.
Oh, he's looking round for applause. Can you believe this? I have to say, I'm just ignoring this fella.
I think he's trying to draw mistakes. I know he has a bit of a character at times, but he's probably trying to draw mistakes from Lewis doing that. Lewis just kept his cool. Good, accurate punching now in the third round from Lewis.
Our old referee's having a bit of a job getting in there.
Not a lot of ambition shown by McCall in this round, Reg. Standing off all the way. Looking for single shots, but taking loads.
Oh, look at this, look. Oh, dear, oh, dear. 10 seconds. Clear round for Lewis, of course. He's hardly landed a good blow here, McCall. Wrong corner, mate. Go the other way. That's it. It's having a walk around the ring now. McCall.
Okay,
It really is dismissing it, isn't it? It's, you know, there are all sorts of criticism about him, mate. He's a bit like Oliver Twist, really, isn't he? Asking for more all the time.
Okay? You're not pushing back at him. You're start pushing him a little bit more instead of moving back.
Well, they are. Look, see, he doesn't even want to sit down now. It's just, I mean, there's no way that's going to make Lewis nervous in any shape or form.
Well, I don't know if Lewis's defence was better in that round, or just the fact that he wasn't put under any pressure at all. But McCall really stood off for that complete round, gifted it to Lewis.
So Jim Watt's scorecard there puts Lewis a round up. What that walkabout was doing as we start the fourth, I don't know by McCall. The two trainers, very experienced men, George Fenton and a former champion, Greg Page, are just looking at each other.
See, look at the way McCall's feet are here, Reg. He can't produce power from that position. Lewis can take a chance and drop a right hand here because he can't summon power like that.
Jim, the referee's going to say something to this. He can't let it. He's got to make a fight of it.
Well, it's early days and the action's been good so far. But when McCall is not setting himself in, there's no powerful punches coming back. So Lewis here could really take a chance.
Getting booed by the crowd. I'm not surprised, McCall. I mean, there's no way he can rattle Lewis by doing this. He's not throwing punches. He's got to give the other guy all the hope in the world.
Well, Reg, this is as good as I've seen Lennox Lewis. I know McCall's giving up his own way at the moment, but Lewis looking concentration, perfect technique, everything right here.
He's almost saying, come on, you can't knock me out. I mean, that's ridiculous, isn't it, by McCall? Oh, beautiful punch right above us there, Jim. If you'd have missed that, I think we'd have popped for that, but we'd have tried.
But this guy really is tough, Reg. He is one of the game's real fighting men. I mean, that was a solid right hand. That one glanced, but the first one was a solid shot. Didn't trouble him in the slightest.
Real warrior, isn't he? I mean, he's... you know, I told you, he's taking time out, the referee, and he's saying, what is this? He had to warn him.
I mean, I don't know if McCall has lost interest, Reg, or if he's just got some crazy plan in his mind about slinging one big right hand again. But I cannot understand this. In the second round, he really fancied the job, had a good round, and now we're getting this. I don't understand it.
Well, I hope he's not getting messages from above him to go walkabout. That's not going to help him.
Well, we've certainly had 2 rounds of turn the other cheek, Reg, haven't we?
Oh, absolutely. This is unbelievable. I thought I'd seen it and done it enough in this business. I've never seen it like this before.
At least a couple of times he's tried to step forward. I don't know if he's going to change his mind. But no, we expect better than this from the Atomic Bull.
Again, the referee sort of showed out to him with his arms, what are you doing? Like to say, you're going to do something.
See, when Lewis feints at him, he doesn't set himself to come back with a counter. He actually steps off. See that little feint, how everything he does is defensive now. Lewis shows him a feint, McCall just walks back from him. It's as though he has no intentions of launching any counter punches.
See, nobody can control this fellow, Jim. I've never seen him do this in a fight before, I have to say. He didn't do it with Bruno.
Well, the referee can't stop it, Reg, because, I mean, he's not in any danger of being knocked out. He's not taking punches. Lewis is still fairly careful here. All he's doing is putting another little round in the bank. And nothing wrong with this. If he can win rounds, Reg, without using up too much steam and the fight does go late, then fine. Do the right thing. Don't take chances against a danger man until you have to. Well,
not surprisingly, the heavy rollers and going over to McCall saying, what are they going to say to him? And he's walking all around the ring. Unbelievable. I've seen the fighters do it for maybe 10 seconds. And George Benton is not amused.
Reggie, he has that face on as though he's ready to burst into tears. I mean, look at his face. It's as though he's disappointed himself and everybody else.
I said he'd do that on the way in. He's doing it now.
Normally he does this to pump himself up, but this looks like the opposite. It's as though he's lost interest. I don't know what's going on here. His corner trying to talk him into it.
Come on, take some water. Come on, sit down, man, sit down. Oliver, sit down. Now, you want to fight? Huh? You don't want to fight? Yeah, you want to fight. Second down. You can win this fight. Take this boy out here. Come on. Hey, man.
Well, the referee's going to have a long talk with him. He walked over towards Lewis there. As we come out for this next round, it's just unbelievable stuff, this.
Well, again, he's made a little motion as though he wants to come forward, Reg. I don't know if he does. But we've seen that strange face he pulls, and he uses that face to pump himself up before fights. I hope that's the case here. There's still good, careful boxing from Lewis. No mistakes, good concentration. Just
another look at Jim's scorecard in the middle of this. Well, it's pretty obvious, isn't it? It's unbelievable. That will stop him laughing about that right-hand punch. And again, he's actually challenging him to knock him out, Jim. That's what he's doing.
He's looking away from
Crazy as a coot, this is.
Not even looking at the punches coming there. But Lewis, don't run into anything. This is who's going to stop it. He stopped the fight. That's a disqualification, Reg. It has to be a disqualification.
I hope it is a disqualification. They're diving in above us now. And if I suddenly disappear, because somebody's boot has just landed on my head, this is unbelievable. I wonder if we can get Mills Lane to shout down to us here if he's disqualified him or just stopped it because the fellow refusing to fight.
Well, Reg, either he stops it because he's taken too many punches without reply, or he stops it because he's not taking part, and that has to be a disqualification, which could affect the payment of his purse. I don't know if that's the same over here. I know in British boxing, a disqualification can affect the payment of your purse. I mean, just 10 minutes ago, I called this man one of the fight game's true fighting men, then he comes up and total surrender.
Yeah.
I can't believe what I'm looking at here.
Jim, it's all this stuff. I mean, rehabilitation clinics, on arrest charges, throwing Christmas trees. You know, it's all added to it now.
And poor Lennox Lewis, one of his best performances of his career, and it's tarnished. I mean,
totally.
He didn't beat the guy. The guy just quit. I mean, I really feel sorry for Lennox Lewis. He did everything right. He got himself in great shape. I know I was worried about his weight, 17 stone, 13 pounds, but he looked really well. Everything he did was spot on. The jab totally confused McCall. The right hands, the uppercuts, everything.
Jim,
but his victory's been tarnished.
I think he's disqualified him, you know.
Has to be a disqualification.
I don't think he can just stop it for taking further punishment, Vic.
It has to be a disqualification, Reg. The guy refused to take part in the fight. We'll know when the official verdict comes out, but it has to be a disqualification. And poor Lennox Lewis.
No, I think it's gone to TKO, Jim. He's taken the easier way out there.
Well, Reg, I think it's a disqualification. It should be a disqualification. The guy refused to take part. He didn't put up a fight. He signed a contract, Reg, to come here and put up a display of boxing. He refused to do that. That should be a disqualification. He wasn't in trouble. He wasn't cut. He wasn't injured. He wasn't being pummeled. He quit. And that, for me, no, actually, he didn't quit, Reg. The referee decided to get him out of there. He didn't even quit. He didn't even retire. He just walked about the ring.
Ladies and gentlemen, here at the Las Vegas Hilton, referee Mills Lane has to call a halt to this bout It comes as Oliver McCall refuses to defend himself, referee declaring a technical knockout at 55 seconds of round number 5.
Yeah, that's
the
it.
winner, and now
Declare a technical
two-time
knockout. As Jim Watt rightly says, it's tarnished Lennox Lewis's performance, which was excellent. But then he was only hitting a target after a couple of rounds.